welcome back to another video. This video is going to be geared towards stage 3 and stage 4 of people with lipedema. I believe if you are stage 1 and 2, it may be hard to find clothes, but not as hard as it is for stage 3 and 4. That's just my opinion. For example, if your waist is a large, but you have stage 1 or 2 lipedema, you may have to get extra large or a 1X to give space for your legs, but then you can still find a belt or something for your waist. Typically, when someone has lymphedema and they are stage 3 or 4, it has, especially in the legs, it has migrated up to like the hips and the butt. Sizing wise, they'll be considered plus size. I've always been into fashion. When I was younger, I made a lot of my own clothes. At this time, my love for fashion is not great enough for me to make my own clothes. My love for fashion is more into styling and showing others that you can wear certain things or you can put this together. Styling people that can't or don't have not the sense of style, but they don't have that part of them that would know to put these two pieces together, or you're bigger and you want to dress in a way for you to be comfortable, whatever that comfort level may be for you. I don't believe in flattering clothing. I believe in, if you want to wear it, wear it. If to me, as an outsider, it may be unflattering on you, that's not my business, that's yours. And it's not my place to tell you what's unflattering or what's flattering and things like that. But I can show how I style, how I wear my clothes on a bigger body with lipedema. Okay, so I did take notes. Anytime I do a sit down video, I take notes. I'm gonna start off with the basic, things. And to me, that's Walmart. Walmart has not recently, I would say for the last 2 or 3 years, 3-4 years, I would say 3-4 years, more so 3, has opened up their selection of clothing to plus size people. Sections like Terra and Sky and True, collections like that, I would say, I believe it's No Boundaries, but No Boundaries is a junior plus size brand. It is not a true US plus size brand, standard plus size. So let's talk about standard plus size. Standard plus size, today's age in the plus size community, they're not going off of a standard plus size chart. A 18-20 in today's plus size community, boutiques, things like that, would be considered a 2X, especially in boutique clothing. Standard plus sizing would be similar to rebdolls, but even with rebdolls, they sometimes lack in the cut of clothing if you are gearing towards a plus size audience. Now, that's the issue in today's plus size clothing. Many companies try to become inclusive. If you say you are inclusive, that means you have to expand your brand from a 0 to at least a 40, 42, around there, and that's US. So that would be like a 7X, a 6X, a 5X, a 4, like a 8X, I'm sorry, and things like that. A lot of brands don't do that. Rebdolls start at small. I don't know if they have extra small because I don't look at extra small, so I believe they have small to 5X. Typically, a 5X is a size 32. A size 30-32 on a more acceptable plus size body, which in this day and age would be the Coke bottles or the smaller waist. And they may have bigger breasts, but their waist is smaller and their hips are bigger, their butt is bigger, or even pear shapes have started to become more acceptable, especially in the BBL era, whatever you want to call it. None of my business. A rebdolls 5X may not do it for a lot of people, especially plus size bodies with lipedema. Here's why. A lot of their clothing are cut in a certain way where it doesn't allow for movement. For example, a lot of companies make certain clothing in spandex polyester, that material. Although we don't like it, it's for a reason. If they are able to do that material correctly, the clothes comes out great. Correctly, as in if there's a print on it, the print cannot fade as it stretches. It has to be well printed. A lot of times that material causes the smoothing effect that a lot of plus size people look for if you don't want to wear a girdle or a bra or whatever the case may be, but then you don't want to be popping out or whatever. Now, rebdolls don't really gear to that area when it comes to clothing. Rebdolls typically make their clothing like cotton material or spandex, polyester, mix. There's a lot of mixed materials in rebdolls, which a lot of people like. A lot of those people have bodies that are usually curvy, Coke bottle, or even apple shaped but smaller here and smaller on the bottom, or things like that. For a person like me that is curvy and I have lipedema in my legs, I need space. Typically, rebdolls clothing, the bottom of it runs narrow. So it'll have the space like this, but when it comes down to the bottom, it gets smaller. Some people like it. I'm not one that does, because it gives me no space to move. And if I do move, threads are gonna pop, seams, things like that at the bottom. I typically don't like things hugging. I'm not comfortable with items that prints out my legs. So when I do shop on rebdolls, typically shop for maxi things that has an A-line type fit. I have purchased in the past before I understood the brand and the brand's culture. They're like the essential pieces, but majority of every essential piece is narrow. Every single one. Well, every single long one. And when I say narrow, I mean it is cut. It may be cut like this, and then when it gets down like this, it closes down into that circle on the bottom of clothing. This is an example of a rebdolls essential maxi dress. My rebdolls clothing that I do have left over, I use them as house dresses now, or like errand dresses. And they're typically either like balloon flowy dresses or line dresses. Now, when I first started shopping rebdolls, their price points were enough for me. Typically now, the price points has raised, and it has been that way since before the whole inflation thing. Yeah, so the prices were affordable for me then. Right now, I wouldn't say so, because I believe I have put maybe 6 dresses in the cart, and the cart was like $400. So Hopefully in the future, I can work with them, give my audience the ability to see their pants fit me. But I have purchased pants before, but I have never been able to fit them and they fit my legs comfortably. They're dresses because all up top. If I do go towards their dresses, they will never have arms, or it would be a short sleeve or a tank or a spaghetti strap or a halter or a 3/4, but it would never be like a long sleeve. So that is one of the companies that's pretty popular right now in plus size clothing. There's Curvy Sense. Curvy Sense, I wouldn't buy pants from them. I believe they go up to 4X and something, and I don't think their 4X is a lot of things. A lot of the 4X things are like dresses or skirts. And this is coming from somebody that has done boutiques, has done research in how to expand my brand's sizing, that has tried to work with manufacturers to expand my brand size. This is coming from someone that has done those things. So with them only going up to 4X in certain things, shows that either their manufacturer is not able to produce the sizing, either they don't feel that they have the audience to sell larger sizes, which I believe they do, or they don't really know. It could also be funding as well. Those are just companies I just ran through really quick, as far as why I didn't include them in this type of list when it comes to clothing that's good for people with lipedema. I feel like they're good for people that's plus size, have extra para abilities or things like that that may have a typical plus size body. I'll start off with Walmart. Pants that I do have from Walmart, let me see. It's old. It's a very old brand, Mix & Co. I don't know. I don't think they carry this brand anymore. I would typically wear this under clothing. Shorter pants. I typically have photos in a lot of this clothes. If I have photos, I will include them. I would replace with a girdle because it stretches, but because of my lipedema, it gives a tighter hold because it doesn't stretch enough to act as pants. Terra and Sky has tights or leggings that one might feel is good. They typically don't fit my legs. So I decided to do a quick voiceover because the background started to get a little loud. So at this point, I was basically saying if I'm going based on the size of my body without lymphedema in my legs, I'll be able to fit from a 22 up until maybe a 36. As far as bottoms, I don't typically get size 24 or 22. I try to go for the highest size of the brand or the largest size I can get, depending on the brand, the material, and who I'm shopping with. I'll strive to get a 36 and up. Minimum of 32 and up. These pants were a 2X. What I'm showing you is the panel in the pants, which is for maternity for the stomach, but because it has that panel, it allows for more space. So I'm able to fit the 2X because it allows for more space. Now, these pants they may not come all the way up to your crotch if you have lymphedema thighs like mine. What I do to combat that is I would put underwear over it and then pull the underwear up, which will then pull the crotch of the tights to make it feel comfortable. Now, the stretching of the legs of the pants, I'm not sure if you guys, back in the day when you would wear stockings, you would kind of have to gather and pull. But with these, they will gather at your ankle because around the ankle, it does not stretch much. But once you get up to the thighs and the butt area and the stomach area, it has tons of stretch. I don't like to do the gather and pull, so I just put them on, pull them up as far as I can, and then use the underwear trick with you pulling up the underwear over the pants rather than the pants over the underwear. And while you're putting up the underwear will help bring the crotch of the pants up between your legs to where it is a lot more comfortable. That's basically what I'm explaining here, on how to pull it up for it to be comfortable enough for you, depending on your stage of lipedema in your legs. I always suggest the panty trick or the underwear trick because it helps pull up the tights where you may not have the strength to pull it up. Also, it is very stretchy, very wide, and it fits. That was Walmart. This company has been around for a while. They're called snagtights. Now, I bought my first couple of pairs 2021. So I wore these before, so I'll insert pictures of how they look. This one is like a net, but you can see how much they stretch to allow your legs to go in if you have lipedema. And honestly, they did not take the pulling up and things like that. It didn't take that. These, when you order them, you have to order your size. I got a size, I believe G. I believe that's the biggest size. Whatever the biggest size is, that's the size to get if you have stage 3, stage 4 lymphedema. But they do carry small sizes, and they have a lot. Like the band is really good. It doesn't roll down. It doesn't cut into your skin. It's not uncomfortable. This is what the crutch looked like, and like a regular panty crutch. So this was the fishnet pair I got. I have a opaque black pair. I just could not find it, and I did not want to look for it. And then this is a garter pair. So, this part goes around your waist, and then these comes down. And then I haven't worn them, but I have tried them on, and they fit the lining that goes around your thighs. It will not cut into your thigh. And it doesn't have rubber for it to stick to hold. It just stays because there's enough space for it to stretch. Now, because these are the opaque ones, you may have to do the whole put your foot in and put in things. But if you want to see people with big legs or thighs or whatever, go to their Instagram. That's how I found out about them. You'll see. If I could find some, I'll insert. Here, I wore these. I wore the black ones for my birthday in 2021. And then for Juve, was it 2021? Yeah, I wore these, the fishnets for Juve. Getting to the heavy hitters. Jeans. I haven't worn jeans since I was a teenager. I would say 15, 16, because they didn't make them to fit me. Around that time is when the lymphedema in my legs kind of started to get worse. And so I didn't have jeans. I used to get clothes around that time from Simply Fashion. Simply Fashion clothes around that time. And that was where I got majority all my clothes. Fashion clothes before I was even finished high school. And by the time they closed, my mom really didn't know places where I could get clothes other than like Woman Within. And Woman Within, we all know what Woman Within, if you are plus size, they are expensive. And not only are they expensive, the clothes could be better designed, youthful, or on trend. For example, like, okay, jeans. These are jeans. I'll insert the ones that I have. They come in different cuts. This cut is a capri cut, and this is a size 34. And you have this in there. It says denim for all. The mid-rise skinny siennas, and this is distressed black. 27-inch inseam. So I believe they have 32, 36, a size 0 US standard to a size 40. If you are plus size and you have lipedema, or you are just past the normal sizes that people tend to go up to, which is a 5X, universal standard. Not gonna be trendy, like fashion forward, but it's gonna be trendy. It's not given Woman Within. It's given comfy, classy, modern type clothing. So I got these on a sale. I believe at that time, Kelly Belly posted about them. We're having a sale. And I believe they were trying to get rid of inventory. So they were selling these for like $15, either $15 or 15% off. And these pants are usually $100 or something dollars. They're not cheap. I can't give you a price, but they're not cheap. And they have a lot of other clothing. Like they have a jeans jacket that I would love to get. The jean jacket is $168. It has the normal button in the front. It is a normal jean material, but it stretches like, and it's not the type of jean that it stretches and then become too big. It's the type of jean that stretches and holds its form. I purchased about 5 pairs. I purchased a size 30, 32, 34, and 36. 36 was too big. I kept the 34, and the 32 fit, but I felt like I wanted to be more loose. I didn't want it to be tight. I gave those away, and I sent back the 36. Two red pairs. High-rise skinny siennas, and the color is Scooter, and it's a 27-inch seam. I believe I got all 27-inch seams because I'm short. These is very high-rise, and they stretch, but they're high-waisted, and I love that. I have a picture in these. I'll post to show example. I have these as well. Are the cropped boyfriend jeans, Bay, 27 inseam in the color Scooter. I have a picture in these too. These are more like straight leg boyfriend fit. This one has silver hardware. This one has silver hardware as well. Black one has gold hardware. So those are the pieces I wanted to show you guys that can work for people with lipedema. Now, I apologize for the multiple light changing and the multiple pauses and the multiple, this is what happens when you have children and a child and other things going on. Excuse the background noises. I just want to check to make sure I gave y'all like all the notes that I took. And versus standard is pricey. I would say to take advantage of the sales. Follow people that ambassador for them. That can probably help. I'm not sure if Kelly Belly is an ambassador for them, but she has, you know, suggested their jeans a lot. Snagtights is just something I found on Instagram. I can't remember. Probably was an ad. Right now, versus standard having a fall sale. We have like a fall pamphlet, which I wanted to show y'all, but I don't know where I put it, and I'm trying to wrap up this video. It's getting late. I'm trying to wrap up this video. So take advantage of the fall sale if you do care to get something from them. Remember that they are a standard US brand, so there's no need, and sorry for my voice, my asthma has been acting up, so, and we've been going through a hurricane and all this other stuff, so the weather and everything is playing a part into that. Our standard US sizing, so don't size up, don't size down, get your size. And get your size on the lower end. So if you're 18-20, get an 18. If you are a 34-36, get a 34. If you are 38-40, get a 38. If you are 42-40, I would say you'll be able to fit the 40. I have a lot of collections, not just jeans. They have linens. They have things like velour. Just a lot of different things. Jean jackets, biker jackets, the leather jackets. They are pricey, but they're guaranteed to fit, and that's what you're paying for, basically. If you're able to find it somewhere else, and it fits you with lipedema arms, or whatever the case may be, drop it in the comments, because, you know, I would like to check it out. Again, their fashion sense is modern and luxury type. So if you're into that, universal standard. Now, swakdesigns is a company that I used to shop with, but Swak closed, I believe, for like a year or two, and then they reopened. And when they reopened, their prices soared. So I'm not sure if they closed because they had Swak always had sales. So it was always buy two get one free, buy three get two free. They always had those type of things. I'm not sure because I have not done the research and I have not looked it up. If their closing had anything to do with that, maybe whatever the case may be, but Swak was a place. Swakdesigns, Seal with a Kiss Designs, was a place where if you were on a budget and needed an outfit for like a wedding, or you needed an outfit for like a birthday dinner and you were bigger, I would recommend Swak. They go up to, I believe, 36. Them and Society Plus started like that infinity dress thing where it was like a skirt and like a long scarf that you made the dress however you want to make it. They kind of, I don't believe Society Plus exists anymore. I believe they closed. I don't think that swakdesigns has, last time I checked, really rolled over. I would compare Swak to Torrid. They're gonna fit. It might just fit, but you're gonna get flowers, you're gonna get those type of things if you're not into like floral and flowers and prints and polka dots and all those other things, and you're more of a fast fashion or fashion forward or trendy or whatever your style of clothing may be. If your style of clothing does not match, I would say go check it out for yourself and decide if style of clothing works for you. Now, their palazzo pants, I have tried my largest, and it has fit. I didn't like the way they fit because at that time I wasn't comfortable with my legs. I am now getting more comfortable in my legs, so I'm more open to showing, you know, my shape or my legs. So palazzo pants there will work. Skirts there will work, like their jersey knit skirts will work. They even have jumpsuits will work. I wore a jumpsuit from them, I want to say 2019 or 2018. And although I hated the way it fit me, it fit. Quick voiceover moment. I was able to look up updated pricing from swakdesigns, and their pieces that they normally produce are priced between $50 and $60. The trendy or fashion forward pieces that they have came out with range in prices. The minimum I've seen is $90 for a 2-piece set. Visually, the set is really nice, but the price would be a concern for me. You have in your arms, Lipedema arms, you have to be mindful of the material. So like stretchy material will work, or material that just has a bigger arm opening will work. If you happen to run into a top where, let's say you might buy a jean jacket and the jean jacket may not be a US standard plus jean jacket, which means the arms are going to be little. The body might fit, or it might even cover your back, but the arms are not going to fit. Customize those items. I have had a jeans jacket too, 4 years. I'm talking high school. That's why I want another jeans jacket from Universal Standard, because I know it's gonna fit. But at the same time, the price of $168 right now, I cannot do. The price of $120, I believe that's the cheapest I saw, on $168. And it looks like it's good quality. They also have a very user-friendly website. So I really recommend them because they really, they did it. They did it. If their prices could be lowered, they done it. But now jeans from Ashley Stewart, Lane Bryant, places like that will not fit me. I don't even try. They don't even go up to like a 32. So there's no reason for me to try a 24. So that's why I haven't even included them into this video. I will buy a dress. I won't even buy a top because they are cut weird. And I'm more of a, for example, I don't like being covered up. I don't like black clothing. I'm not a type of person that tries to hide as far as how I look. I like bright clothing. I like things that stand out. That's just my personality. A lot of people don't like that. If you happen to run into something that may not fit in the arms, it may not technically mean you can't wear it. If you really want to wear it and you are dedicated to not returning it, all you have to do is cut the seam under the arm. The seam that is here under the arm, cut it, and it will open up the sleeve for it to either be loose enough to fit, and it will lay. You won't be able to see the cut because it will lay, the fabric will lay down. So you wouldn't be able to see the cut. It won't look tacky or anything like that. Cut it. I have cut up a lot of clothes in my high school years, in my early adulthood. Even now, if I have ordered, and I'm not gonna name the company, but I have ordered clothing from a company that is said to be inclusive, that is said to hand make clothing, and it's a small business. So I try to, you know, support. I wouldn't say that the clothes weren't, I would just say, I believe at some point the workload became too much for one person. And when you are a plus size boutique owner or a plus size seamstress or a plus size clothing design, if you don't have a team, it is very hard. If it's only you, it is very hard, because once you get the plus size community that would be considered super size or extended sizes to trust your company, you will continuously get business from them because they trust you and they are aware that if they buy clothing from your brand, it's going to fit them. I think people that wear extended sizes, which are typically past a 4X, usually aren't so easily to become shoppers or become a customer to your business, because they don't trust or they don't know if it's going to fit. And when you're a small business, you can't be so easily to return, exchange, refund, things like that, because you take a loss, and you take a big loss. And so I just think with the company, because of the demand, I don't think she was able to keep up the quality. So there's a lot of clothing that I have bought from her that I haven't even worn, or I put it on one time and it has holes because the seams they're not serged, which if you're a seamstress and you know how to design clothing, you especially with plus size clothing, you have to serge the seams at least 2, 3, 4 times to ensure that it will not bust open. And they weren't serged, they were just simply sewn. And that's not acceptable. So it's a lot of things that I've had to cut up from her, or wear it once and throw it away, or wear it in the house, or different things like that. And I believe if she get a team and a manufacturer and teaches them what she knows about plus size bodies and plus size clothing and what she initially started as, I believe that she can take off. I'm talking past rebdolls, I'm talking past those type of people, because she's servicing a community of people that don't have a lot of choices. And when your clothes are fashion forward and they become a choice, it's cooked, because I know I can go to you and get a nice little outfit and it fit me and I slay. So I had to learn with her clothing, like I had to stop purchasing because I would become more upset, especially because what my heart is to fashion, what my feelings are towards plus size fashion, coming from that type of business. And when it became too much for me, I closed it down. COVID also played a part, but when you don't have the funding to back the manufacturer cost that it will take to get clothing made a certain size, it's hard to get it done. And a lot of times manufacturers are in China, unless you choose to go with the US base, or like a Dominican Republic base, or like a Caribbean base. And a lot of times you have to specifically teach them the sizing. And the only way I can really see someone as a small business funding that is if when they get business, profit is rolling. It has to be rolling. Or they have some sort of funding, loan, something like that, grant, that they can say, okay, I can put, let's say, 20,000 towards just finding a manufacturer that's willing to make clothes up to a 40 US standard sizing, and give the specific inches and teach them, this is how I want the stitching to be. And it takes a team. And if you don't have that team, it falls apart as far as quality, and it starts to affect the customers that you already have. Now, I don't know if other customers were affected, but I know for me personally, a lot of pieces, receiving them, I have been disappointed. Even up to now, clothes that I haven't worn, that I've gotten from that company, and I put it on now and it upsets me because I work hard for my money and I am a consumer as well as a business owner. So just like if somebody expects a certain product and they expect quality, I expect quality. I expect it to last more than one wear. I expect, because you are catering to an extended size community, for the arms to fit. I expect for the bodice to fit. I expect for it to be comfortable. I expect communication. I expect for you not to decide to change whatever fabric you may have portrayed for that item to be, and then snatched it, and because maybe you ran out that fabric, you decided to put whatever fabric you may think is better. I typically order clothes based on fabric, based on fit, based on how I see it move, based on where I may see the seam that connects the top to the bottom. If it's a dress and you decide to put a seam here, it needs to be consistent. If you're modeling a piece and your seam is here, I expect my seam to be here, not down there or not up here, vice versa. So this I did get from her. I learned to curb my annoyance or my disappointment. It's really a disappointment because I set expectations, and the easiest way to be disappointed is to set expectations. So it's really a disappointment. I've gotten clothes from Curvy Sense, shirts that fit. It fit. Pants, I have never purchased pants. I have purchased dresses. They fit, but they're not comfortable. Boohoo. I like Boohoo. Purchased a Boohoo dress before. It didn't fit as far as length. It didn't come maxi how I would like it. So I dubbed that. I bought two. I gave both away. I learned from that to only purchase, like, if I want like a tank top or like a bralette that's not a bra but like a tank top bralette, I would get from there. Or their jersey knit skirts. I believe they have jersey knit skirts and A-line, jersey A-line, or cotton A-line. Either way, they're very flowy skirts. Always remember, you could customize clothes in whatever way. If you receive it and it's like, damn, it don't fit this way, babe, customize it. Pants are hard to customize, but if you do so, you can kind of cut it and add fabric and turn it into a skirt. If you are a seamstress or you sew or you have that ability. As far as shirts, just cut the seam under the arm. It'll work. If it doesn't fit here, then that's a different issue. You will probably have to wear it open, or if it's tight on your back, cut the seam under the arm and they'll cut the seam that's under the arm, bring it a little bit towards the back, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, to give your back space. This shirt is from a boutique, local boutique. My jewelry, as you always know, is from my boutique, Luxurious Gems Boutique. And that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I believe we hit 300 viewers on the channel. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my goals, my dreams, the things I'm trying to do to just support me, my son, my family, and get further and, you know, share what I have to say with the world. It means a lot. It makes me want to do more, and it makes me want to come up with more creative ideas or things that people may not talk about or things like that to share, you know, what I've been through. Once again, like, subscribe, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And y'all have a good day.